Hi everybody, this is Jennifer with NorthwestStamper.com, and I thought I would share with you today a cute topper idea for a Valentine's treat that you could use. This uses the new Happy Valentine heart. That's a special bundle. You get the stamp and you get 50 of these 1x8 cello bags to make a whole bunch of treat ideas for pretty inexpensive. So if you were going to make this, the nice thing about this is that that heart matches the full heart punch, or the large heart punch that's offered by Stampin' Up. So what you can do is just stamp on a piece of scrap paper and then very easily punch it out and not have to worry about cutting, because goodness knows cutting's fine and all, but if you can punch it, even better. So you punch out your heart, which is your basic layer. And then I thought I would move on and do some more fun shapes. So for the topper itself, what you're going to do is take your window frame framelits, and you get a whole bunch in here, but I'm using the second smallest, so not quite the tiniest. And then you're going to just cut out one piece of cardstock. This is actually the Cherry Cobbler Coordinations cardstock, but you could use any color you wanted. So do one out of your darker color and do one out of an accent color, in this case River Rock cardstock. Now once you have your two pieces, you're going to take your darker color and you're going to want to fold it in half. Now it's a little bit hard to just take and fold, I found, so what I did is I grabbed my trimmer, and since it has a scoring blade on here, I just took my piece, put it in, and sort of found about the halfway point. With this particular piece, you want your little point that's down here to be at 7/8 inches. So just have it in here, and then you can press and hold on your plastic bar and just run this back and forth a few times to get you a nice score line. So then it makes it nice and easy to fold it in half and have a little flap. So now once you have your piece, if you're using Coordinations cardstock, I actually went through and took my sanding block and just liked roughing up the edges and the top. Just gives it a nice distressed look. It's up to you if you like that or not, but that's what I did for mine. Especially if you go around the edges, kind of get that lighter shade. And then you have your rough piece. Now, here's the trick that I will tell you. I took my 1x8, and there's one side that has a little sticky flap, and that's where you can actually put your pieces in. I am putting that on the bottom. So go up to the other side, and that's where you're going to want to use sticky strip to adhere to the inside of your flap. That holds it closed so you don't have it hanging off the back. You're not worried about it falling out. So just sticky strip in here and nice and closed. And once you have that on there, so your open flap's on the end, this is attached on here, and you can flip it over and take your adhesive. So I used my snail, and we just put a little adhesive on the back, and you're just going to attach it onto your accent base. So that just sits right on there. And then you can take your heart, and then I just grabbed some dimensionals, throw one or two on, put it on the back, and you're just going to attach this to the front of your card, or your topper, I guess I should say. And just place it on there where you like. And then I wanted to put a little something extra. You can see on here how I just put some seam binding, or not seam binding, some baker's twine. Definite difference there. So I just grabbed my 1/16 punch, put it in here, lined it up, and punched a hole so that I could just run. This is about 10 inches of the baker's twine, so you can just run it through and tie a knot for your end. And the last two steps that I would say is I went ahead, you can either, I added a little bit of this Silver Dazzling Details. I just wanted something to go in this little heart, so I just put it on here, squeeze, fill in my heart. You have to be a little bit careful just so that it doesn't make too big of a mess, but if it does go outside the lines more than you want, you can either use a fingernail to push it back in, or even grabbing your paper piercing tool and just sort of dragging it along the outsides helps fill that in. So once you have that dried and how you like it, now you're all ready to go to actually fill it. So this, by giving you the open end, not only does that let your person get their treats out without having to tear off the topping, it gives you time to decide what you feel like putting in there. So for mine, I grabbed M&Ms. These are actually the mint M&Ms, but it's about the same size as the peanut butter M&Ms. And it's kind of a tight fit. You can just start stuffing them in. And I just found as I go, they just push each other forward until you have your full strand. Then just peel off the backing on the adhesive end, stick it, and you're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this treat idea and make lots of fun gifts for you and your